What of you? Oh, I didn't see you there. Hello, and welcome to a new series, Warframe Wednesday. And we're gonna be looking at a game that I've been doing a few hours, close to 100 now, and see what the fuss is all about. Although, you know, I already know what the fuss is about. It's a pretty good looking game. There are certainly some game mechanics I would criticize, but at the same time, it's pretty good. This video is probably going to be shorter than most. This one would simply be a bit of an introduction, a little walk around the ship, maybe do like a mission or two. The missions can be pretty long, depending if you're playing with other people or not. So let's go have a look at the back where most of your time gets spent. We got the foundry. Here you get blueprints which you can then use to build all kinds of things, including your own characters, like the character I'm currently using. I built this guy. Well, actually it's a chick, but yeah. I built this gal. You get resources from planets simply through the missions, and certain planets have certain resources and so on and so forth. To build like the actual warframes, you need to first build the components. As you can see, there are 3 different components. There's the helmet, the chassis, and then the systems. And I'm currently actually building another warframe. You can also just buy the warframes with real life money, which is platinum. I got platinum. I usually don't do the whole pay with real money thing, but there was a 50% off thing that I got, so I got plenty of I got some platinum for half the price. I figured why not. Yeah, so you can build warframes. It's pretty hard to build warframes. I got lucky and managed to be able to build 2. Well, I built 1, and this guy's got a while. As you can see, it's got the sort of really long waiting times, where you can just use some real money, some platinum, to speed it up. I don't really bother with that. It's only if it's something that's hard to get and there's no other way to get it. That's the only time I'd probably use platinum. I got my little space dog here. He's actually called a Kubro or something. I think that's how I pronounce it. But yeah, I just named him Space Dog because he's a dog and this is space. Although technically their origins is Earth, so go figure. Problem with these is the DNA stabilizers. You need to keep giving it. Luckily though, you can buy them with credits, so you don't actually have to use real money. In fact, I don't think you can buy them with real money. Basically, at the moment, as you can see, he's got plus 100% health, so that means he has more health than usual. I'm not sure what happens if they get to negative, like if they get to 0, if they die or something. I usually have been trying to avoid that. Each DNA stabilizer will regain 40%, and it loses 10% each day. So about 4 days, and then like 3 or 4 days, and then you have to use one to restore the health if you want to keep it at 100%, or if you want to keep it from dying if you're down this end. There's also that, but that's pretty. The loyalty thing's pretty easy going. I pretty much never have to use it. So here's the arsenal, where you have all your different groups, or your different warframes. At the moment, I got 3, but I'm building the 4th one. So Rank 30 is the maximum rank. Each Warframe has their own leveling up. So I've been using Nyx because I like to try and get them all leveled up. Also, when you're using new Warframes and you level them up, you gain affinity, which is it's the primary way to rank up your overall profile. Because you got the Warframes, but then you also have your overall profile. See here, I have a 5. It takes a really long time. This little blue bar, it shows your rank. It shows how far you go. It goes pretty slowly, like really slowly. In missions though, you can do bonus objectives, which can get you more affinity. Something like, kill with a pistol or get a certain amount of headshots, things like that. It also shows you it shows you all your different things that you're carrying. So yeah, my Warframe is Nyx. She's currently at level 20. I got the shotgun, which is fully max leveled. My pistol is max leveled. My sword is almost to the max level, and the carrier is the Sentinel, which I don't think I showed. So here's my little Sentinel. The good thing about this guy is he attracts nearby drops. So things like health, shields, like health and energy, and ammo, as well as mods and just like general resource items that you can get off the ground. So the mods you use to improve your weapons and Warframe and pretty much everything. And then you need to also upgrade them to make them better. But that costs credits, as well as the fact that you need to fuse mods together. Also, you'll notice you have a polarity, which is up in the top right of the card, and basically each weapon, Warframe, and whatever has a certain amount. I'll briefly show. So here we go to upgrade. As you can see, at the moment I've got 24. You usually gain 1 every time your thing levels up. I have 1 spare at the moment because that's just how it is at the moment. And basically you upgrade your mods and they become better. See, like I think this one's a damaged mod, so it's not as good as a regular one. But this mod's pretty useful, especially if you're starting off, or if you need like extra resources. You can, on your little mini map, it'll show where like you'll find things to loot and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty useful. Here's some of the guns. Like, you can buy most with platinum. There's some though that you have to build. And XP locked means that, like as I showed earlier, I'm only rank 5, and I'm not sure how far the ranking goes. Probably goes a fair distance, but yeah, I'm only at 5, so I've only got certain things. Like I think this will say, let's see, yeah, so you have to be at level 6. So the next time I rank up, I'll be able to have that unlocked. So that's basically how all the weapons and other gadgets work. Warframes, however, you can. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what level you are. You can buy any Warframe or build them. You usually probably have to end up buying them because otherwise it takes quite a while. Like only after about 96 hours have I managed to actually build a couple. It's taken me that long to be able to build some. I won't worry about too much. Oh yeah, so revives, you have a limited amount. It's per Warframe though, so that's why it's always good to have like more than one. Because when you run out of revives, like this is like self revives. Of course, that's mainly if you're playing by yourself. If you're playing with other people, they can revive you without costing your self revive. So that's some of that. Yeah, so as you can see, it shows the little hologram of what I'm currently building, which is the guy. His name's Oberon. So it's just showing his helmet there. So anyway, that's still got like another 2 days or something. Yeah, so it's got like 2 days still. But it's fine. I don't really mind. Like, I got other things I can do. It's not like I'm desperately needing like another Warframe or anything. Then there's the cool thing you can do is you can join clans, and then clans will have like a dojo, and that's what we have here. I'm just with my friends one, so it's pretty much just me and my friend, nobody else really. So in the dojo, dojos are actually pretty important, I'd say. I'll give you a quick look around. The dojo is useful because you can build labs, and there are different kinds of labs, and with those labs you can build weapons and research things. So here's the bio lab. Here you can research a bunch of different weapons. Once you research it, you can then build it. Unfortunately, first, like there'll be set criteria. Like this one requires you to research the torrid research, which I think is one of these ones. Yeah, so you'd have to research this first, but then this requires you to also research this. Unfortunately, it requires mutagen sample, and they're pretty hard to find. Well, they're on like this one planet, which I do have, but it's like really high level, and I usually can't find other people playing on it. Mainly because I've only got like the mission, like the quest mission on it. I don't have any other levels I can play on it, so it's really hard to find people. Once I complete the quest, then I'd have more missions available for that planet. The quest is pretty damn hard though. It's like almost, it requires you to pretty much be maxed out ridiculously. Yes, that's the biolab. There's many other places. I also made like a little garden. I was like, oh look, reminds me sort of like some Japanese kind of garden. So I was like, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, so that's another thing with the dojo. You need to build the rooms. So I built this room so that way so I could have access to three other doors. And you need to make sure that you have at least one door free, otherwise you have to get rid of a thing. This is the Oracle. It's a pretty pointless room. The only reason it's there is because I had to build it in order to make the biolab. That's a thing you'll find a lot in this game. There'll usually be requirements. You have to like build something in order to build something else. So here's the energy lab. One of the best things for the labs is the fact that you can build certain guns. Usually it's down the bottom here that you'll find the more powerful guns, and also you can build special sentinels that you probably could buy. I can't remember, but there are some things that can't be bought, like with money, and you have to actually build them. So with the research, you have to do takes a lot of time. Also, the research usually takes, I think, if I remember correctly, it's like 3 days. I think in the other room it's just a reactor. That's another thing. Yeah. So it costs energy to build a room. So eventually you have to build some reactors, otherwise you run out. Oh yeah, so this is the room I have recently built. I haven't actually been in here yet, so have a quick look around. Nice little bit of ground there. Got a fish. Oh, check it out. Well, it's certainly no Call of Duty Ghost, is it? No, the fish, they're not moving. There. Or maybe these fish just don't give a shit. Anyway, okay, so this is definitely kind of a Japanese kind of thing. This kind of thing reminds me very much. Of course, I'm just basing this all on anime, because I've never really seen much actual stuff. So yeah, here's, as you can see, you have 3 doors, because you have the one door which I built the room from, and then we have 3 other doors. So you go to the door, and you can build a bunch of different rooms. It's best to make sure that at least one of the doors is not a dead end. So at the moment we can make 2 doors that are dead ends, and then we'd have to make another door which could make more. So as you can see, rooms cost capacity and energy. Now energy you can restore by building a reactor, but a capacity I'm not sure if you can increase the capacity. So if that runs out, I think that's just it. So I guess you'd have to then go back and like rearrange some rooms, I guess, like if you had rooms that you no longer needed, or I guess what you could do is just have one lab, and then when you don't need that you could get rid of it and build another one. So you could do something like that. So anyway, got a bunch of gardens. So yeah, we got the stiletto garden we built, and then we also built the mosaic garden. Yeah, so you got like a whole bunch of different gardens and like sort of fancy rooms. Then you just got sort of the more standard things. I think the barracks are new. I don't remember seeing the barracks before. I think that's something they must have added. This game does update pretty regularly, so it's good. Yeah, so here's the reactor. Gives you more energy. I don't really know if there's a way though to deal with the capacity. Right, so yeah, that's right. I built that because I was going to build a chemical lab, I think it was. Yeah, so you got a couple different, so you got like the energy lab, chem lab, so that's what we want to build. Got the bio lab, which we've already built. There's the Oricon lab and Tenno lab. I'm not really sure what these ones do. Allows for the research of warframes, Tenno-based weaponry. Okay, so that's probably like stuff so you can upgrade your warframes. Maybe you can build special types of warframes. Haven't really checked that out too much. This lets you build solar rails. From what I've heard, Oricon Labs lets you get access to dark sectors, which are special sectors within a planet, which I think you can only access if you research stuff here. But anyway, we're going to be building a chem lab. We gotta cook. It's time to cook. So, yeah. Allows for chemically focused research. This resource right here, Former, ridiculously hard to find. The easiest way probably to get without spending real life money is to do the Void. The Void is a special thing which you can only get access to if you've found a key, and there's different tiers for key. Like there's a tier 1. Tier 1 is easy, like fairly easy. Tier 2 gets a bit harder. Tier 3 is pretty damn hard, and then there's Tier 4. I've only really done Tier 1. I don't think I might have done Tier 2. But yeah, it's pretty hard to get Former. A lot of the time I'm just using Platinum to get it. It's only 20 Platinum. I mean, it's not like a lot, but it's reasonably fair. The Platinum situation for the game is a bit odd. Like, to get extra colors for like your Warframe's appearance, or for like your guns and stuff, you've only got like you don't really have a lot of options with colors, and you can buy more colors, but it costs like 75 Platinum, and it's kind of ridiculous, so I haven't really worried about buying extra colours. But you know, it's there if you want more variety. I am playing this with a controller. It is probably better suited for PC, like for keyboard and mouse. Like the menus, you have to use the mouse to navigate most of the time. So yeah, but I've always found controller to be more comfortable for me anyway. Then again, I've always sort of been. I've played consoles for most of my life until recently got my PC. So yeah, as you can see, I contributed all the resources except for the former. You can have multiple people contribute to building something. So if you don't have enough resources, someone else in your clan can come to the dojo and contribute. Anyway, so let's look at the dojo. I'm gonna quickly get a former, and then I'll go back to the chem lab. So yeah, here's the marketplace. You can buy all your stuff. So you can buy the blueprints for the warframes, and then you have to get the individual pieces. Usually you have to like build them, and then you can build, like once you've built the 3 different pieces, you can then actually build the warframe. So I bought the Oberon blueprint because I had all 3 pieces, but I didn't have the blueprint. So I did that, so that's what's happening. It's getting built right now. I found this blueprint, but I don't have any of the components to be able to build them, so yeah. So here you have components. You can pretty much buy all the resources, but I wouldn't really recommend unless you absolutely were desperate to buy stuff. This bundle of 1, wow, really? Only gives you 1. That's not really worth it. But the former is definitely worth it, because former is ridiculously hard to find. So we're probably not actually going to do any missions this time around. I'll just go to the dojo, get the chem lab started, and then we'll probably call it a day. It's nice that when you come back to the dojo, it puts you where you left. It means I can just get right back to what I was doing. Yeah, it only takes a day. That's alright. I'm pretty sure it used to take like 3 days. So I think they might have changed it. Probably realized that 3 days is kind of ridiculous. Some things still take 3 days, like the Warframe that I'm currently building. It's still got 2 days to go, so... Anyway, so this series is going to be basically once a week. I do play this game pretty much every day. Most days anyway. So it's more of going to just be like an update, so you know, I'll do a video once a week. We'll see how I'm going, see what progress we've been making. The main reason I'm building the chem lab is because there's a weapon you can build from it that's got really high damage. It's kind of like a rocket launcher or missile launcher. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's like rocket missile, kind of same thing. But yeah, so that will require me to do a bunch of research in the chem lab. So first I have to build it. I'm pretty sure the research doesn't require former. I'm pretty sure the main thing you need former for is to build the actual rooms, and then after that it's fine. So we didn't do any missions today. I am still trying to keep my videos from going too long. They take way too long with Australian internet to upload. So yeah, doing my best to try and keep it maybe about half an hour, maybe a little bit longer if I can. But yeah, so that's a little introduction. There's still more stuff I can show you, but we'll talk more about that over the series. Things like the Syndicate, which that's fairly useful, but at the same time, it's got advantages and disadvantages. You'll find out about that later on. Codex is useful for any beginner if you're just starting up in Warframe. It's always good to check the Codex. Has lots of information about the game and lots of details about weapons, enemies, different Warframes. But anyway, oh, one last thing. As you might notice, it's all Christmassy themed in here. That was just a little special thing that they had with an update for Christmas, and we still got it around apparently. I'm assuming they probably do something like for Halloween as well. But anyway, this is our. So just so you know, the ship isn't usually full of colourful lights. But anyway, so that's all for now. We'll have one quick little look at the map. As you can see, planets will have like little icons if they've got special things happening. Jupiter. Yeah, trying to navigate this with a controller can be kind of annoying. So, for menus, I recommend using a mouse just because it's quicker. But for gameplay, well, that's pretty much personal opinion, whether you prefer controller or keyboard. Yeah, so you got invasions. They're pretty hectic things. Pretty fun, especially if you can have one or two other people with you. It also shows you that there's some people playing, like squads. You have a maximum of 4 people in a squad, so that means there's at least 4 people playing this current mission. So with the special like invasions, you have to do it like you have to do it 5 times or 3 times, and once you do that, you can get special rewards. Yep, so I haven't actually done all the missions for this planet yet. As you do the levels, they unlock. And if you do all the complete all the missions, you can use an extractor, but you have to build the extractor, which costs a fair amount of credits. You probably could use platinum, I assume. Most things you can pretty much use platinum with. But yeah, the credits, usually it costs about 50,000 plus another 25,000 credits or something. But that's why you always want to look out for some like invasions or special alerts, because you can usually get a good amount of credits from it. Here's the current mission I'm doing. As you can see, it recommends that you're 26 to 28. Now my current Warframe is only 20, but I've used like a maxed out Warframe and I still can't really do it. It's fairly difficult indeed. So there's a look at some of the stuff, and we'll get more in detail, and you know, as the series goes on, I'll go through more information. But thanks for watching. We'll actually do some missions next time, not just go around talking. I just figured I'd get lots of information out of the road to begin with. But yeah, this has been the DownUnder Gamer, so thanks for watching again. Keep safe, keep gaming. Peace out.